My managing partner called me into the conference room and said, "We have evidence you've been selling our proprietary designs to Morrison and Associates. They submitted our exact concepts for the Riverfront project. I'd been a senior architect at Kellerman Design for 9 years. That's impossible. I've never contacted Morrison. The designs they submitted match your files exactly. Same dimensions, same structural concepts." He slid photos across the table. "They submitted 3 days before we did. Beat us to the contract. Someone copied my work from inside this office. Your access logs show you downloading those files to an external drive. The upload was traced to your home IP address. They suspended me that afternoon. 9 years of award-winning work gone. Someone had stolen my designs, sold them to a competitor. Made sure every trail led back to me. Trevor Hayes, junior architect, passed over for partnership last month. I'd been on the committee that rejected him. 2 weeks ago, he'd asked to use my computer. Said his had crashed. I'd given him my password without thinking. I contacted IT, asked for complete access logs. Your credentials were used at 11:47 p.m. the night of the upload," the analyst said, "but you badged out at 6:23 p.m. Who was still in the building? Only one badge active, Trevor Hayes. I pulled Trevor's email records, personal account, 3 months of communication with Morrison and Associates, exclusive access to competitor concepts, freelance opportunities, $40,000, deposited into his girlfriend's account. He'd sold my designs, framed me, planned to watch my career burn. But I didn't want Trevor confronted in a private conference room. The firm's annual design showcase was Friday night. Clients, industry leaders, architecture press, 200 people celebrating our best work, including the Riverfront project we'd lost. I convinced the managing partner to wait, said I wanted Trevor to confess in front of everyone who mattered. Friday night, the gallery was packed. My designs hung on every wall. Trevor stood near the bar, looking smug. The managing partner introduced the evening's program, then handed me the microphone. "Before we celebrate, I need to address something." Trevor looked up. 3 weeks ago, I was accused of selling our designs to Morrison and Associates. Suspended. My 9-year career nearly destroyed. The room went quiet. The evidence pointed to my computer, my credentials, my IP address. I pulled up the first slide, access logs, but I badged out of this building at 6:23 p.m. The upload happened at 11:47 p.m. I clicked to the next slide, badge records. Only one person was in the office at that time, Trevor Hayes. 200 heads turned toward the bar. Trevor's glass froze halfway to his mouth. Trevor used my credentials to steal proprietary files. He sold them to Morrison for $40,000. I clicked to the emails, his messages to Morrison, the payment records. He framed me because I voted against his partnership. He wanted to destroy my career because he couldn't build his own. Trevor slammed his glass down. "This is ridiculous. You have no proof?" "I have 3 months of emails, bank records, and badge data proving you were alone in this building when my files were stolen." Trevor looked around the room. Clients he'd tried to impress, partners who'd rejected him, industry leaders who now knew exactly who he was. "You don't understand," he said, voice cracking. "I gave 5 years to this firm. 5 years of doing everyone else's grunt work. I deserved that partnership. You deserved to steal my designs, frame me for corporate espionage. You had everything handed to you. The awards, the recognition, the partnership track." His face twisted. "I just wanted what was mine. What was yours?" I stepped closer. "You couldn't design an original concept in 5 years, so you stole mine. And when you got caught, you tried to destroy me." 2 police officers stepped through the gallery entrance. "Trevor Hayes," one called out. Trevor tried to run. A client blocked his path, then another. They cuffed him in the middle of the gallery, surrounded by the designs he couldn't create, in front of every person whose respect he'd wanted. As they walked him out, Trevor looked back at me. "I should have been partner," he whispered. I smiled. "You couldn't build a career, couldn't build original work, couldn't build a future without stealing from someone else." I gestured at the door. "Now you can't build anything." They dragged him past my designs, past 9 years of work he'd tried to destroy. The managing partner found me afterward. "Partnership vote is next month," he said. "I think we already know the outcome." I looked at the empty space where Trevor had been standing. "I know.